consider, I've heard this. Someone called me extreme, based on my belief. They believe I am extreme. Excuse myself. Yes. Basically, they responding was just like, basically not because I was expressing how the journey can feel lonely and isolated, and how with the more and more you start understanding things and the more and more you look at the world, you don't have a desire for it. I start expressing that emotion to this person, and basically this person responded and said, well, not everyone is an extremist like you. Not everyone is that extreme. And to me, when I received that, it's like, at first I did not want to be considered an extremist or to be extreme, but I will take that word and make it my own, because at the end of the day, when I think of extreme, my lifestyle is not, okay, how do I want to put this? It's not that it's extreme. I feel that I have to do excessive amount of work. I feel that out of the generations, the generations that I have transcended here, I have mutated into a mind, into a program, into a conditioning, to where that conditioning does not serve me. It does not make me happy. It's not healing. It's actually damaging, and et cetera, et cetera. I can go on and on about how the generational things that was passed down to me is literally within my DNA, to where I'm literally observing chaos, to where I'm literally observing suffering, to where I'm literally experiencing pain, just because I have a lack of understanding, a lack of knowledge of who I am. That was once who I was. But now, since I've came across my chief, which is the Messiah, which is the messenger of God, the being, the light being who has given me the message of God, which is to know that I am, to know the all, to know the collective, to know me, which is everything. With that little bit of information, I was able to gather more information. And within this more information, it cultivated an understanding within myself, to where not only I have all the solutions to my problems, but now I have the tools that I could use to prevent me from being in those generational cycles of conditioning and programming. So now that I know I have a bunch of generational things that's passed down to me that necessarily does not serve me, and literally has cultivated me to be a person to where I don't recognize or don't know, I literally choose every single day to know myself. Some may call that extreme. Okay, that's extreme, to spend every day seeking yourself. Okay, call me extreme. I'm extreme. Every day I live in self-correction, meaning that I'm not just doing things. I'm doing things with purpose. I'm doing things with intent. And the intent and the purpose is to make sure that everything that I'm doing and experiencing and observing is serving me or feeding me, literally. Because what you do frequently becomes your frequency. So every single day, I'm now transitioning into my higher self. So you may ask, what does that look like to transition in your higher self? Well, some people may call it extreme. Some people may call it extreme. Because understand that a lot of people are under the same conditioning that I was up under. You know, a lot of people don't understand, you know, when you hear people, conscious people say programming and conditioning, those words seem extreme or seem super, like, I don't know why it seems so far away from people's mind, but maybe it's because that's the program, that's the conditioning. The program and conditioning was not in your reality. It was not talked about. People aren't aware that they are in a program. People aren't aware that they are in a conditioning. Literally. Ever since you were a baby, when you portaled in this bitch, you literally was programmed with information. And what this information is everything around you. This is why Bruce Lipton talks about epigenetics and environment, because your environment has a lot to do with your makeup, your genetic makeup, literally. And sometimes when we aren't, oh my God, I just got super distracted. Just a second. Back to what I was saying. Okay, where was I? Let me gather my thoughts. Hold on. Third house. I'm scattered. Hold on. Generational curses and overcoming them. Okay, oh yeah. Most people are in a conditioning, don't know that they're in a conditioning, don't know that you're in a program. But when the moment you were portaled in this bitch, you basically was conditioned naturally from everything that's around you. Because you know why? Oh my God, this shit can get so deep. I can get so deep. About we are nothing but energy. We are all one thing, just experiencing itself in different ways. We are all energy. So when you portaled in here, you were a vessel, a body of energy. And within this body of energy, this is why Chief teaches us about biology and how your body is the biggest organ, and how your body, which is your cell membrane, is a fucking, you are basically a body of technology. There's way better words that I could use right now, but right now, for some reason, I'm feeling a little, I don't know why I'm putting the words in that I'm using right. Mercury. My Mercury is scattered everywhere throughout my chart. Is this is something that I'm overcoming. But back on the subject. Your body is receiving all the time. Receiving all the time. We literally, our cell membrane has all our senses on our body, literally. This is why when you look at your hands and your feet, there are actually nodes. Your body is a whole entire positive charge. But from your senses, from your sight, from what you hear, from what you taste, from what you do, like everything around you, you're constantly receiving it. You're constantly receiving it, and based on your genetic makeup, based on your DNA, based on your genome, your biological codes, you are going to have a specific type of program, a specific type of conditioning, a specific type of even perception, to where you're going to experience life a certain type of way. But let's just say we are all unaware of this when we portal in here. Unfortunately, My children will not be unaware of this. They're going to know exactly who they are. But the wind's blowing. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Wait till it stops. Yes. Maybe if I go on this side, it's not going to blow as much. You are constantly receiving information. You are constantly receiving information. You are constantly receiving information all the way up until you were who you are today, even when you were a child. So when you experience and observe certain things, that genetically not only cultivated who you are as a person, but it also cultivated the consciousness that you have based on your observation and based on how you received all that information. And a lot of times, especially in the melanated community, we aren't given the best observations. Like for example, me and my brother used to wake up for school all the time. For one, we're going to school, not conducive to who we are. Bad programming, that's going into the subconscious. That's going into my program. That's going into my conditioning to where, false information, giving false information and being conditioned with plenty of meaningless things. I wake up in a rising and my mother will have like some type of bad, like she did, I don't know. For some reason, I have a lot of memory of us getting up in a rising and the energy just being super bad, like whether she was yelling at my brother or the energy. I remember going to school, sent to school with the wrong things on my mind, I wasn't ready to learn. I didn't want to learn. I didn't care for it, because mentally, before that programming, there was many other programs. There was many other experiences that conditioned me to be, that child that I was. But we have to sit back and look at our whole entire life, our whole entire experience, and look at what served us and what did not serve us. And the moment you find the things that did not serve you, you have to do everything in your power to clean that out of your reality. Why do I say this? Is because this is what's going to make you closer not only to yourself, but it's going to give you the mind that you need to be, just to simply be. A lot of people have a life, but they're living in survival. A lot of people have a life, but they're mentally fucking dead. They're consciously fucking dead. They're spiritually fucking dead. And to be spiritually alive, so what is spirit? Spirit is only energy. If your energy is dead, if it's not conducive to nothing, you're having the same conversations that don't mean nothing, the same conditioning, the same program, it's not conducive. You're not expanding your consciousness. You're not expanding your energy. Your energy, this is the building place. The building place. And I would talk about the Babylonian ways and how this place is not designed for us to be conducive as melanated people, but that's not on this subject right now.